Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Sunday, January 6th, 2019 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I utilize universal inspiration. And today, speaking of inspiration, we have Uranus going direct. We also have Venus in its last day of Scorpio. And these two energies are really interesting to me because they actually take us back to last eclipse season, actually. Uranus went retrograde in August, and Venus has been playing around in the sign of Scorpio on and off since September, actually. Venus went through a retrograde period. So we are taken back to that eclipse time, which is interesting because we officially had I have a cat on my lap with claws. We officially had our first eclipse of this eclipse season in the sign of Capricorn, but our next eclipse takes us back to that eclipse season, takes us back to the time. What was going on for you around, August, September energies, because that's going to help you find some focus in and through this astro energy. So just, take a little quick inventory. What was going on? For this astro, Uranus direct. Uranus direct is really interesting. The number one thing, what kind of pushed me to make sure I got on here, just realize that when Uranus shifts signs or Uranus shifts from retrograde to direct, it really can play with our nervous system and it can mess with our sleep patterns. It can mess with our energetic patterns. That plus eclipse energy may be affecting you. So if you're like, I'm so exhausted, I'm tired and wired, I don't know why I can't sleep, I want to bounce off the walls and yet I want to conk over at the same time, that is definitely Uranus energy. Also, something really important to note with Uranus direct, all planets direct for about the next 2 months, 2.5 months about. This is a really powerful time. Between having the new moon and all systems direct, basically, we are definitely going to be zooming forward to some extent. I don't necessarily know that eclipse corridor feels so much like zooming as it feels like wallowing in the deep processes that come up, but stuff is going to be moving forward whether you are aware of it or not. Uranus is finishing up in Aries. So Uranus is going to be moving into Taurus. I believe it's in March. I think it's March 6th. So we really do want to get to the juiciness of these lessons. Uranus and Aries. Uranus and Aries is trying to liberate the warrior within us. It's trying to help us liberate our truest expression of our I am energy. Remember, Uranus, as a liberator, is not afraid to use whatever button it needs to poke to liberate, which includes poking those trigger buttons. So be very aware of that, especially with this shift, especially with Uranus playing at these final degrees. Also realize Uranus in the sign of Aries brings together the energies of fire and electricity. It can really flare up fire energies. Also, realize that Mars is also in the sign of Aries. So, with Mars and Uranus in Aries, oh my gosh, the firepower within us is there. The volcano within us is there. And all it needs is just a little poke and it's like, wow. So, be very aware of this energy. A lot of times, these frustrations that come up are trying to show us where we are blocked. Whether we think it's something outside of us or something inside of us, there's always something that we can do to address this frustration. That can be that personal revolution, evolution, which I feel is the highest level of Uranus energy. Where are you being called for revolution in your life? Where are you being called for revolution/evolution around yourself? Where can you embrace your soul self? That's one of the things that Aries we can really dig into. Beyond the I am, it's the truest foundation of I am, which is the soul self. And with all the Capricorn lessons, that's something we really do want to embrace. All right, so the other thing, last day, Venus in Scorpio. Venus went into Scorpio in September for the first time. So again, we're revisiting that time. We had Venus go retrograde in the sign of Scorpio. So we got a lot of Scorpio lessons around boundaries, which can really serve our I am energy. We had lessons around self-love, intimacy within the self. Venus at 29 degrees Scorpio, we are going to be revisiting these things. So like I said, look back at that time. What were the lessons you had to go through, move through with this? Because chances are you may get a little bit of a replay with them. Next, eclipse corridor, which again ties into that time. This next eclipse is in Leo, which we had that Leo eclipse then. We need to work with the inner child. I had a ton of inner child stuff come up with this eclipse. Like, I did the recording and I was like, la-di-da, I'm good, I'm happy, la-di-da. Oh my God, boom, the stuff and the feelings came up and a lot of processing. So be aware of that. Through the eclipse corridor, there may be that. That's good. That means, you're being guided to show up where you need to show up and bring yourself healing. Go there. Do that. Trust the guidance. I mean, I had these 3 cards and I was like, oh my God, even this card with them. Oh my God. Inner voice, guidance, and the creativity card. So it's like the creativity, which is the Empress card in traditional tarot, which is mother energy. So it's like nurture yourself, utilize creative pursuits in order to help yourself through these energies. You are being guided. The universe knows how to take you. You have support, you have help, but you also have your inner voice. You have your intuition, which is here to help take you through. Where you probably need to do the work is around control. Are you trying to control this process? Are you trying to control yourself through the process? I think that's one of the things. While we need some level of self-control, a lot of times we control ourselves in order to hide what's really going on. And this is a call to unwind, not to hide. All right, so Moon today is in Capricorn, still moving through from the eclipse energies. The first connection is with Pluto, 20 degrees. There is that nurturing energy and a reminder, do not hold on to control. Yes, control in the way that you are not having reactive outbursts and putting them on people. But don't hold back these feelings, these emotions, these energies that need to come up to be processed. They have their place and they have, if it's in you, it has need to come up and be expressed. Same thing with the moon connecting to Uranus, now direct. This is a square. It may feel like fireworks. You may feel resistance. Somebody outside of you may gently brush up on one of your triggers and ignite your volcano. Be aware of this energy. But again, where is it showing you where you are carrying frustration that can be healed? This is also at 28 degrees, and that is that degree that does resonate with the worth energy. So there may be worth stuff that comes up from you, from your inner child, from the light trigger brushing. Then the moon, because it's like, hey, I gotta poke all the things. The moon is going to connect to Venus. Now this is a sextile. Moon connecting to Venus, sextile. It's helping Venus in her process at 29 degrees. My feeling is you're being called to show up. You're really being called to show up for yourself in that intimate place of like, okay, I feel you. This is uncomfortable, but I'm here. I'm here with you. And just holding that space. Self-care is another way you can really show up for yourself with this energy. Then finally, we have the moon shifting into Aquarius. The moon is shifting at, what time? 10:46 p.m. Pacific time. So this moon in Aquarius plus Uranus direct. Uranus rules the sign of Aquarius. Again, sleep may be like, what? Sleep? What's that? Oh, I'm so tired, but I cannot sleep. I am wired. Be very aware of that. This is great for bringing in inspiration, but again, those triggers may be there. You may feel kind of alone in the world. I promise you, you are not the only one who is up in the world right now, not sleeping or being triggered by the light brushes. It's okay. What do you need to do for yourself at this time? Show up. And Moon in Aquarius reminds us as well, reach for the vibrations. Reach for the healing, the healing that you need at this time. And a lot of times it's like, show up for yourself. Be present for yourself. Don't just stay in your head, which is going to be really easy with the Aquarius energy. Come down. Be present with yourself in the body. So that is it for today. You have the power. The better it gets, and there is enough love in the world for you. Namaste.